It is no mystery that breath work is a huge part of yoga practice. It's called pranayama. And you've probably done a fair amount of it if you've ever done a yoga class. We do alternate nostril breathing and Kapalabhati breathing and all these fancy techniques that would probably make you look like a crazy person if you were to do it in the middle of a crowded office building or on the subway. So what are we to do when we're out in the middle of our life and we need to ground ourselves quickly? We need an anchor. We need something that will bring us back to our center, and nobody around us will even know we're doing it. Well, one technique is called box breathing, and that's what we're going to learn in this video. Before we dive into box breathing and what it is and how you do it and when you can do it, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share so that other people can find content like this. And as always, I love suggestions for new videos, things about yoga and meditation that you'd like to hear about or learn about. So feel free to drop those suggestions in the comments. Let's dive in and learn what box breathing is and how to do it. So box breathing is rooted in an ancient yogic practice called Dirga Pranayama, which is about regulating the inhalation and the exhalation, typically in equal measures. So the same number of counts in and the same number of counts out. Now, box breathing, you're adding in something called kumbhaka in a very light way. Kumbhaka is breath retention. It can be held in or out. And so we're combining these two practices into something that is, in the modern world, called box breathing. So the way this works is there's 4 parts to the breath: an inhalation, an exhalation, a hold at the top, and a hold at the bottom, and each is the same number of counts. Now, if that's confusing, not to worry, I'm going to teach you how to do it. So, the first thing you do is you empty the lungs completely, and then you're going to inhale 5 counts in. Hold for 5 counts. And then exhale for 5 counts. And finally, hold the breath out for 5 counts. This is why it's called box breathing, because you're basically drawing a square. You're inhaling, holding, exhaling, holding, and then start the cycle over again. Now, I'm going to guide you through this if you're in a place where you can actually close your eyes or find a measure of quiet, or even if you want to try this with the eyes open, go for it. Before I do that, I want to say a word about the counts. Typically, if you're feeling really unsettled or scattered, not very grounded in a particular moment, then a lower count is probably where you need to start. So I usually start newer students at 5 counts in, 5 hold and 5 out. As you progress, or if you feel a bit more open to deeper practice, you can increase the number of counts. So it might be as many as 10 or 12 counts in, holding, and exhaling, or you might do 6, 7, 8. What I like to do if I'm feeling really unscattered is do this 5 or 6 rounds and each time add an account. So I might do 5 in, 5 out, and so on the first time, then 6, then 7, and go all the way up to 12. You can play around with this. The important thing is that the inhalation, the exhalation, and the 2 holds are all the same length of time. So if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, go ahead and do that. You can do this lying down. You can do it sitting up. You can do it standing. If you can't close your eyes, see if you can find something to fix your eyes on. Maybe a point on the floor or wall. If you're in a public place, you can even do this just sort of staring out the window of the subway or at a painting on the wall at the doctor's office. It's really up to you. But something that helps you fix your eyes is helpful. Then we're going to exhale the lungs completely and inhale 5 counts, nice and slow from the belly up. Hold for 5 counts. Exhale for 5 counts. And hold the breath out for 5 counts. Good. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale 5. Hold. Exhale 5. Hold. Inhale 5. Hold. Exhale. Hold the breath out. And then inhale, opening your eyes. Now, what I hope you noticed, even from just a few breaths, is how quickly the mind started to settle in. And this is important because when we're in the middle of the chaos of our life or the stress of our day-to-day life, or you've just had an unsettling argument, or you're stressed out in parking or looking for parking or sitting in traffic, whatever's going on, if you can have the presence of mind to just do even one of these breaths, but if you could do 5 or 6, even better, you will find that you will quickly shift your entire mental state. Now, is this going to clear away your traffic jam and make all your problems go away? No, it won't. But what it will do is it will have you in a calm, receptive space so that you can deal with the problems that you have control over and surrender and relax into the things for which you have no control. So that is box breathing. I encourage you to try it in your day-to-day life. You can even incorporate it into your daily yoga practice. Doing a little bit before you get started will help you reset everything so that you hit those sun salutations with a clear, fresh mind. If you enjoyed this practice and this video, again, like, subscribe, and share. Please check out my books on Amazon. I will put links below. And you can also check out some of my video courses. I'll put links to those as well so that you can go a little bit deeper into these practices. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Namaste.